Good morning, everyone. Gal. We're playing some more 7th Saga. We are playing the Redux ROM hack, which is just going to increase playability a little bit, rebalance a few things, try to reduce the grind, especially during this section of the game. We are at the end. And by at the end, I mean we're in the last chapter. It's a pretty long one, though. Last time, we got from the first town to the second town in the New World, from Pirano to Pasanda, and since then I've done a quick grind of a couple levels. It goes a lot faster when I don't have to worry about, you know, getting from place to place. And we're just gonna do a quick tour here. Learn a little bit about the city we're in, see if there's something relatively helpful. I'll be famous someday and will paint a portrait of Sorrow. I believe Sorrow is like... Let's see, returning from Legina, Velma has a strange story. Go to the tavern to catch the story. Okay. So that gives us some direction at least. Because I don't think we need any equipment here. We will be making some big purchases in the last, in the fourth town, which we are... If we get to the third town, we get to the fourth town automatically. It's like... I felt a terrible pain 3 days ago, and I sensed Sorrow trying to tell me something. I'm afraid something has happened. Sorrow is like their... I'm not sure if it's a messiah figure or a deity. He's the good guy from the legends. And is the one who was fighting the two... or fighting the evil forces. Pandera? I wonder who created this planet. Oh, okay. It's oddly philosophical discussion for a burglar. Referring to myself, not him. Okay, well, I'm not seeing the tavern yet. That was the House of Healing. Okay, yeah, I'm not seeing the tavern, so... I mean, this is just dialogue, so it's not like it's the end of the world. Oh, you can go outside over there. I hear there's a country on the northwest continent by the name of Melanam. It has an incredibly advanced civilization. I wish to go there someday. Me too. That is where we're on our way to. And I think that's the first hint we've gotten of a familiar place. Now, to us, Melanam was a ruin that we explored. Okay, they're going on about the cider. The people in Legina were telling me that Gorcia defeated Sorrow. If you don't believe me, go to Legina, close to the West River. I will. We were gonna go there anyway. So we've heard now that Sorrow has been defeated. Which just means that it's up to some young plucky heroes to finish off the Dark Lord. Perhaps displaced in time and space. I am absolutely shocked that that went as well as it did, but then we missed one of the turns. I am getting extremely lucky here with not getting any encounters. That must be a spirit, which is a new enemy type that we haven't seen yet. once again weak to fire, which is not great for us. Speed up. That's not great for us. I'm actually gonna try and do a petrify here. One of the things that I discovered while I was grinding was I realized, okay, there's certain enemies that can be hit by their own petrifies, so it can be like reflected at them, and that means that they are also vulnerable to your petrify attacks. Which is very helpful when you've got very speedy enemies that you're dealing with, and very aggressive enemies that you're dealing with. That's really unfortunate. I'm really looking forward to getting some upgrades. We will be getting the town we're trying to get to is Melanam that they just mentioned. And it's a ways off still. We are out of mirrors, so that's really unfortunate. I'm gonna toss a vacuum out and see if we can get lucky. Vacuum 2 is instant death on all enemies. It's expensive, but at this point we are not super far from where we're trying to get, because we got very lucky with our encounters. Should be, like, once we get past this mountain on the left, it'll just be straight north. I'm gonna go ahead, since we are very close. Missed one of them. I mean, $40 MP for the potential to just end the encounter feels worth it when we are not trying to get to a boss. So now we just need to go through this little path. We're going to defend. I'm going to petrify the spirit over here. Both of these enemies are very fast, so getting... actually landing the instant death would be a very low chance of success. I'm gonna go ahead and actually... I really don't want to have to redo this. We're very close. So we're just gonna go ahead and burn that recovery. Basically an elixir. I've been trying to get into better habits about, you know, not letting a pile of consumables sit in my inventory until the end of the game. You know, we saved them for this chapter. We had very renewable resources in the earlier sections of the game, now we don't. But we can get more recoveries, so... This is the Kingdom of Lagena. It's the end of the world! We'll not have another chance against the power that even sorrow couldn't defeat. Okay, so we're gonna talk to the elders and the cleric. Please talk to the elder first. Okay. You are the person who came from the future. As you might already know, you've traveled 5,000 years into the past. Gorsia wields mighty powers of magic. He has a plan to conquer the world. Sorrow defeated Gorsia and sealed the power in 7 runes. However, Gorsia had some magic left. He fled into the future, where Sorrow could not reach him. He knew he could not get the runes himself, so he sent you after them. When you brought the runes to him, he succeeded in freeing his power. Didn't you notice each rune had a mysterious power? The power you felt was Gorsia's. Okay, we need to find an airship to get to Melanam. And there are people who are trying to use science to defeat Gorsia. I'm sure that will go fine. Super science is always without problem. So, we get to go try and save God. Basically. No big deal. Created Melanam. I'm gonna poke my head in here in case there are mirrors. Specifically, because we are out of mirrors. There we go. I just want to restock on mirrors and harps quick. Mirrors prevent petrification. Harps prevent instant death. Where is the airship? I think it's around here. They would make us walk all the way around over here. Rupesu spends too much money. Rupesu is the guy who has the airship. Well, geez, I hope this is the right way after all this walking. Do you wish to ride on the airship? I will let you take a ride if you pay me 7,000 gold. Okay. So, I'm gonna poke around a little bit here. I'm not sure exactly where it is, but there is a secret passage that'll let you get onto the airship. But I'm not sure exactly how you get to it. It's probably behind one of these bookshelves. You know what? I'm not gonna do the full search on each of these. I'm just gonna walk behind each one and trust that they wouldn't be that obnoxious about it. Just trying to save myself some money if there is a way to get around it. I was kind of hoping, so the notes I've got say that Asuna can get a ride for free. certain characters are just denied outright. So you have to take the secret passage. Lux and a few others, he will give the secret, or he will offer, but for the 7,000. We have the money. I just need to sell some gems. But we also have a bunch of stuff to buy. There we go. And again, it's worth it just to save the money. So there should be 3 treasure chests here. I have too many sapphires. That's a good problem to have. Once you have passed, this area is off limits. Get out. Oh, they totally just kick you off the airship. It was this one, right? I'm not sure what we need to do to trigger the airship. Apparently they don't like me trying to cheat the system. It moves? Oh my god. That is obnoxious. Well, this is obnoxious and time-consuming. And if I'm going to be wasting my time on this, I would rather, like, it's not that many fights to get back 7,000. Like, it's not a lot, but we can actually sell this sapphire and this ruby. And that should give us... That'll also give us the space to collect that new sapphire, which will help make up for the 7,000 that we just spent. Oh. No longer in control. This is what I bought in Melanem. The pilot will take you inside. Okay. I apparently forgot to fill up on M waters. We'll take it. And I sold a ruby also and got lucky. Perfect. It's one of the reasons it's good to keep 8 of a lot of items, is if you are expecting to go through an area where you're going to be picking up a lot of treasure chests. Let's go. That is a weird looking airship. I do think that's part of the fun of this game, is that the enemy, like, the design aesthetic is so different than a lot of other things that you would see. Like the technology, the airships, like some of the arrived in Melanam. Even the monsters, like the big zombie guys, the undeeds and such, are very unique. With like they have like a weird like they only have 2 legs, or they only have 1 leg, and they're supporting themselves on their other arm. Okay. The airport is straight ahead. Okay, so that's the airport. We see a bunch of other Tetujins. And we're gonna head straight for the northwest. We're developing a special weapon in the underground town. With this weapon, we can defeat Gorcia. Okay. You look rusty. I think you need to be serviced. Should I give you a tune-up? Everything looks good. You're in perfect condition. You'll notice your power is up by 1. So I believe it's actually a plus 20 to all of your stats. Now, Lux was developed in Melanam, I believe. So the whole idea here is that he was like an ancient android that was like existed from this earlier time and had been like reawakened or something. So the idea of him being able to go back and getting, you know, them being like, oh, you just need a tune-up, is such a neat idea to me. Scientists are determined to defeat Gorcia. Yep. We have an underground development lab in this town where scientists are working on various projects. Scientists are developing a weapon to defeat Gorcia. Yep. We're starting to get some repeats. I'm mostly just looking for the shops at this point. This is the town that we've been trying to get to for the purposes of weapons and armor shopping. We'll go ahead and do my selling while we're here. we are going to sell all of the gems. We are in endgame. The equipment in this section costs an absurd amount. And even with that in mind, we're going to be needing to... Like, we're probably not going to have enough from all of this to do everything we want. My primary goal here is going to be to get Lux's, all of Lux's equipment, and Asuna's robe. I don't think we're going to be able to afford it right now, but we're going to try, darn it. Yeah, the shop and equipment menuing in this game is probably one of its biggest drawbacks outside of the obvious, like, balance issues that this ROM hack was trying to address in the first place. Actually, yeah, we're gonna equip both, or we're also gonna equip the Kryn mask. That's House of Healing. That's an inn. Sure. It's, I believe, the most expensive inn in the game, but inns in general aren't expensive in this game. Large selection of weapons. We can now get a Kryn Fist. Increase our attack power by 20. This is the only time in the game where we get to upgrade his fist weapon, and only the second time in the game that we can upgrade his armor. We don't have enough. So that should say a lot about where we're at. Actually, let's see if we can afford Asuna's, at least. Wait, no. There's a different one that we need for her in the other town. There are 2 towns on this continent. Can we leave town? We can. Okay, we did just save. I'm gonna hold here for just a second while I check my map. The island we're on is literally not even on the map. We're gonna need to do a little bit of a grind again just to get money. This must be a Reaper. And then that happens. So we actually spent more than we made on that fight. Let's go ahead and equip Suna with the fire robe. Okay, so we basically need to go up and to the left here. Man, those enemies are swerving right into us. This is a Dogen, not to be confused with the Durgan that we fought earlier. Genuinely, they are about the same thing that we were fighting earlier. The nice thing about fighting on this continent as opposed to the other one that we were on is that these enemies are a lot more vulnerable to ice. Whereas on the other island, a lot of them were ice-based enemies. I can't afford not to get the XP, unfortunately. That's bad. Okay, we got lucky. We got very lucky there. Let's see if we can get to the next town without any more problems. Darn it. Double dodge? That's just rude. Yeah, there will definitely be a bit of a one more grind after this. God, I hate this. Okay, unfortunately, right now, we are holding all of our money. Which means if we actually take a full death, we lose half of our money. And we have to do this entire... We have to do even more of a grind. Well, I've got some work to do. So, you know what? I may... Yeah. I'm gonna have to do some thinking about what I'm gonna do. The short version is we need to get at least 70,000. I'm gonna have to do a bit of a grind one way or another. So I'll just have to see what the best way to do it is. But that'll be for me to figure out, and I'll explain next time. So, hopefully you're still enjoying. If you are, please give me a like and subscribe. Check out the other content on my channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments. And as always, have a good one. We'll catch you next time.